All right, y'all. So, real quick, we're going to do this is a two-part video because all this information is too long for me to fit in one video. But I'm going to give y'all 10 qualities of a good husband, right? So, we're going to start off with the first five, and then I'm going to give y'all the next five in another video. So, number one, trustworthiness. A good husband is trustworthy and reliable. You got to be able to keep your promises, follow through on your commitments, and be able to be counted on for support and care. Like I mean, that speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not trustworthy, then you're not a good person, period. But number two should have been number one because, without this, there is no relationship. But respect. A good husband respects his partner and as an equal, values their opinions, and makes sure that, he has his own opinions respected as well. But, you have to be able to respect your partner's feelings and their freedom. That's very vital. You got to be kind to them. You got to be considerate. You got to have empathy. And you also got to listen actively and attentively to their needs. Now, number three, my personal favorite, communication. You got to be a good communicator. You got to communicate openly, honestly, respectfully to your partner. And I know some of these are going to flow, into the other because all of it is really one and the same. We say, like I said, we base our relationship off love, but sometimes, we forget these qualities in the love. Sometimes we aren't as open with our communication, and we don't speak with respect to one another. So number four is very supportive. You got to be supportive of your partner's goals, dreams, and aspirations. You got to be able to encourage them on their personal journey, and you got to also encourage them to develop themselves, because development doesn't stop. You know what I'm saying? Just because y'all got married and y'all love each other, it's personal development within that relationship. You got to encourage them to keep going, right? And you also got to be able to support them during difficult times. You're going to experience loss. You're going to experience, separation. You're going to experience a whole bunch of stuff that you have to be supportive through. So also, you got to be able to celebrate their achievements and their successes. That's very important. As a partner, you got to be supportive of them. So now, number five, big, really big, commitment. You got to be committed to your partner and the relationship. That's, like I said, sometimes we lose sight of what it is to be committed. We think that just being committed to one is the answer, but the partnership is the commitment. You know what I'm saying? You have to be committed to y'all's relationship in order for it to work. So how does that look? You prioritize their well-being. You're happy for your partner. You're happy for, their success and all of that other good stuff. But beyond that, you are willing to invest time and effort into the relationship. You're nurturing and strengthening your bond between your partners. Like, we all know, like, it's not common for people to be committed through, your personal life, your ups and downs. Like I said, you might have family, that pulls you away from your relationship. But when you committed to someone, you make sure you prioritize that person. You make sure that you are putting them, before all this other stuff that's going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? You can get back to that later. But if you committed to them, things are going to work out. So that's part number one. Now, part two, we're going to get into later, but I just want y'all to marinate on those five. Trustworthiness, respect, communication, supportiveness, and commitment.